Hey, it's Empire. Decided to do a video today for the PSVR 2 headset. Whether you're aware or not, Sony has recently dropped the price of the headset to $350. And with Christmas come and gone, hopefully maybe some of you that wanted a headset got one for Christmas, or maybe you got some money for the holiday and decided maybe to take the plunge and get yourself a headset. And being this is a physical based channel, to let you know what the physical library is like for the PlayStation VR 2. I've got 36 games we'll go over briefly today. I usually put trailers on my stuff, but that'd be way too long a video. So I'll just briefly show you the games, and if you've got further interest in it, feel free to ask me in the comments below, or you can check out the trailer on YouTube or some gameplay online. So let's check it out. Alright, let's start things off with Resident Evil 4. It's hard to believe this game came out back in the PS2 GameCube era, and never would have imagined I'd be playing it in a VR headset in 2024. But this is a great experience. When Capcom does VR games, they do a fantastic job. The engine looks fantastic in this. Absolute classic game. Highly recommend you pick that up. And then they also did Village. Don't you love when you buy a game and they put a big ugly sticker on it, and then one that you can't even peel off? It's really appreciate that. But this game looks fantastic too. It's a first-person horror title that it's just great, absolutely great. Highly recommend this one. And then this came out in the PS1 era. This is my copy of, it's a misprint copy of No Man's Sky. I'll never understand how these games get through print without putting the label of the game on it. What game is it? I don't know. But this game's had a fantastic evolution though, and it just looks absolutely incredible. I would say this is a must-have for the headset. It's an epic space adventure. This game I've never tried. I think you say Aka. I don't know, but it's some kind of arcade shooter game. Never tried it, but you could play it in VR and non-VR mode. And this game is an absolute must-have for the VR2 system. In fact, a lot of people won't buy it for this experience. It's so realistic, it's crazy. Especially when you add, steering wheel and pedals to it. It's just absolutely amazing. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about, getting the headset and playing this game. It's just unreal. Good stuff. This game, Colossal Cave. This is an adventure game, and you can play it in VR, non-VR mode. What does it say here? Explore 14 massive regions filled with breathtaking views and cave-dwelling creatures. Solve logic-driven puzzles that provide a perfect blend of challenge and reward. Discover hidden secrets, blah, blah, blah. So, Colossal Cave. And then this game can be played in VR, non-VR mode, called Tin Hearts. And this is an action puzzle game. Wind up, soldier on, and march to adventure. That looks like a puzzle platformer game. All right. So let me slide these out of the way. Get some more. Next game is called Hubris. So this is a really fun game. It's an action adventure sci-fi game. VR mode only. Embark on a breathtaking visual odyssey to locate a missing agent on a strange and highly inhospitable alien planet. This game got ridiculous expensive. I think it's well over $100 right now for the NTSC version. The import version is a lot cheaper. I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks right now. So depending on you, which version you prefer, if you do or not. But this is a really good experience. It's got a lot of different, it's got different types of gameplay in it, and definitely worth a buy. Star Wars Tales from Galaxy's Edge. This game came out fairly recently. It's a limited run release called Humanity. You could play it in VR and non-VR. You may have seen this game on PlayStation Network. It's where you move, it's a puzzle game where you move masses of human beings around. It's okay. It may be more fun in VR, but I collect the VR games, so. This is another limited run release. They did a PSVR 1 version of this too, but this is a great game. Thumper. They call it Rhythm Violence. Thumper is a rhythm violence
classic rhythm, action, blistering speed, and brutal physicality. You are a space beetle, brave the hellish void, and confront a maniacal giant head from the future. Awesome game. Absolutely fantastic. This game is compatible in VR and non-VR. Last Labyrinth. Never played it. Couldn't really tell you what it's about. I think it's an action game. I don't know. I can tell you didn't score very good. This is a fantastic, another limited run release. Tetris Effect Connected. And this was for PSVR 1 and 2 release, but what a great puzzle game. Tetris is awesome, and then, man, playing this in VR is just amazing. The special effects in it and everything, just, wow. Can't help but have fun in this game. Highly recommend this one. Then we've got a first-person shooter strategy game called Captain Toonhead versus the Punks from Outer Space. VR title only. What do we got here? Dive into the VR tower defense game of your cartooniest dreams with wacky weapons and tools to discover. Then we've got Happy Funland, which is a horror title, the Souvenir Edition. Explore the abandoned remains and uncover the dark secrets of Mort Grizzly's Happy Funland theme park, home of Randy Rodent. So, yeah. Happy Funland. Then we've got The Last Worker. This is a narrative adventure. I think it scored decent. Oh, sorry, I just hit the camera. And then we've got Madison VR, which is a horror game. I think this scored pretty decently as well. Blurry. Scientifically the scariest game ever, now in VR. Awarded by the Science of Scare Project. So, Madison VR. Alright, I gotta pause the video, get some more games over here. Okay. This game is Fantavision 22X, and this is a reimagining of the PS2 title that came out a long time ago. Fantavision, the pyrotechnical action puzzler, returns to light up the sky on PS5. So it's like a puzzle game where you got fireworks in the sky. Never tried it. Next up, we've got Crossfire Sierra Squad, and this is a VR only game. And it's a first-person shooter. Enter the world of Crossfire in VR and feel the impact of this arcade shooter. And so I try to see, it's 1 player, 1 to 4 players network, so you can play online or you can play solo. Good game. This is a first-person shooter adventure game called Vertigo 2. This is a pretty cool game. I really enjoyed this one. VR only. Explore the depths of the vast quantum reactor and finish your journey home. You'll have to face bizarre alien flora and fauna leaking from other universes, deadly android security forces, and sinister agents that lurk just out of sight. Yeah, I've definitely checked this game out. Vertigo 2. Then we got Never Say Goodbye. It's an action game. Retro, whatever. You see it. Never Say Goodbye. I haven't tried this game yet, but it is an action title. Navigate the neon-lit streets as robo-detective Philip Log and search for Jenny Montage, the automated femme fatale, in this gritty post-apocalyptic saga. So you get some puzzle solving and secrets and all kinds of fun. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. All right, and then, excuse me, this is a really good game. It's a first-person horror title called The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2, Retribution. Definitely recommend you check this out. I got the physical version. I did get this digitally a while ago, so I haven't opened it, but it's a very good game. It looks fantastic. I would definitely check this out. We'll try to guess what this game's about. Tennis on Court. VR only. Enough said. I think it scored like an average, kind of. This is a good horror game called Overdark. VR only. See what she says on the back here. Can you survive the ultimate horror in VR? You know, I'm a real pansy when it comes to these VR games. I remember going into one game, I forget what game it was, but it was for PSVR 1. And you had to go inside the house. I got inside the house and I was looking around and there was like a big clock in the room and it went off. Scared the crap out of me. I took the headset off and that's as far as I got in that game. I'm a huge pansy. These VR games are just, it's like living a real nightmare. But that's a good horror game. It's called Seeker My Shadow, and this is a platformer, VR only. Experience a mesmerizing VR adventure with a fascinating narrative and exciting tale. Step into the shoes of mountain-sized giant spirit to lead and assist your tiny yet courageous seeker named Kippo as you locate and retrieve the lost seeker eggs. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? All right. And this game came out, I think around the time of the release of the headset, the Light Brigade. And this is a first-person shooter. A roguelike VR shooter with realistic gunplay and immersive light magic. Ascend the ranks of the Light Brigade to unlock new weapons, upgrades, classes, and abilities as you fight to restore light to the darkness. Good game. And last one in this file before I get another one is Townsman VR. And this is a management sim game. Uses the exciting possibilities of virtual reality to further enhance the classic city building game with entirely new gameplay experiences and interactive mechanics. Townsman VR. All right, I got to grab the last pile of games. All right, on to the last bunch of games. So this game is called Operation Serpens, and this is a first-person shooter action title. Join the elite unit to take down the evil Snakes organization in this fast-paced action arcade shooter. Suit up. So you got co-op, multiplayer, single-player, campaign, story, and survival. Zombie survival horde mode. Cool little title. Then we've got Mixture, which is classifies an action game, VR only. Alright, a fantasy action adventure in which you are the master of an unlikely alliance across barren worlds. Dual character control, solve puzzles, defeat giant bosses. Includes a physical Steel Moth Knight origami kit. Well, there you go. You want to get it just for that. VR Skater. Can only imagine what this one's about. The most authentic, challenging, and immersive skating game ever. Picture the board under your feet, the rolling, clicking sound of rubber wheels against the tile of pavement before you pop that perfect ollie. So, VR Skater. Then we've got Cave Digger 2. This is an action adventure title. Cave Digger 2, Dig Harder. Cave Digger 2. Dig Harder is an action-adventure game in wildland valleys where you explore old mines, nautical caves, and ruins of ancient civilizations inspired by Western, diesel punk, and Lovecraftian themes. Supports co-op with up to 4 players. Welcome to the new frontier. I didn't play the second one. The first one was kind of cool, so I imagine this one's pretty decent. Then we've got Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted 2. Just a horror title. I think everybody kind of knows what Five Nights at Freddy's is about. Find out if you have what it takes to be a Fazbear Entertainment superstar. Creepy game. This is another action-adventure title called Song of the Smoke Rekindled. It was a PSVR 1 game, and they re-released it for PSVR 2. Song in the Smoke is a single-player survival adventure game set in a vast, beautiful, and deadly world outside of time. This is a good title, though. I didn't play it in VR2, but I played it in PSVR 1. Then we got a first-person shooter. We got Operation Wolf Returns First Mission. It's the Rescue Edition. Alone or with another. Alone or with another. Relive this great arcade classic. So, man, it looks like you're an old arcade shooter game back from when I was young. This is a really good music game, Synth Rider. Synth Rider's remastered. This was a PSVR 1 game too, but this game's a lot of fun. Let the music move you as you catch notes, ride the rails, and dodge obstacles to 50 plus included songs and a unique combination of freestyle dancing and fitness workout that'll allow you to burn calories while having tons of fun at the same time. They make it sound kind of but it is a fun game. And there's a lot of different music packs you can add on to it if you want. Be honest with you, I haven't tried this game. The Tale of Onogoro. This is like an action adventure title. Doesn't look like my kind of game, so I never tried it. Magical world full of puzzles, adventure, and combat. Meh. And then I haven't tried this game either. This is another action adventure title. Dyschronia, Chronos Alternate. Solve a theoretically impossible crime in this thrilling sci-fi mystery. If that interests you, you can check that out. So that's the 36 games. Here's how much of a physical collector nut I am. So when I got my PSVR 2 headset, I got the bundle with the Horizon game in it, but you only get a code. Unfortunately. I mean, can you believe that Sony couldn't do a physical release of their own game? So I got a code and I decided I want a case for this. I don't know, I just like to have cases for stuff. So I went on eBay and I found somebody that made a case for this game. So I put my code in there. At least I got something. That's why I hate digital games, you know? At least with this case, at least I remember I got the game, I got something to look at. So if you get the bundle, this is a great game. If you can't, doesn't come with a bundle, I'd definitely grab it on the PlayStation Store. It's a really cool experience. A lot of climbing in it, but it really showcases the graphical power of the headset. All right, so that's all the games. 36 games. That doesn't really count, but just a cool little thing I got. So yeah, there's the 36 physical games that you can collect for your PlayStation VR 2 headset. You know, if you want more details on some of those games, feel free to ask me a question. If I know, I'll answer, or you can, you know, get on YouTube and look at the trailer or check out some gameplay online for some of the titles. The definite highlights are Gran Turismo for sure, No Man's Sky, the Resident Evil games are fantastic. At least start with those, and the Horizon game, which unfortunately doesn't have a physical release. So my one gripe with the PlayStation VR 2 is that Sony just, you know, along with their first party for PlayStation 5 console itself, they just haven't been too interested in putting out too much software. It's just disappointing when you've got such a powerhouse, you know, developers, and they don't bother to put games out for their own systems. But it is a really good headset though. There was a couple releases that just came out for a limited run. You would have missed them by now though. They did Kayak, and they just had Pixel Rip 1978, I think it was, that just ended this past Sunday. But if you're interested in keeping up with VR games, and there's a game coming out in February, Behemoth. You can pre-order on Amazon or Best Buy or whatever. But keep an eye out for Perp Games, P-E-R-P. They're in Europe, but they support VR quite a bit. Limited Run does a decent amount of games. So keep your eye out for them. I'll try to shout it out now and then. I'll do an update to this collection, you know, once I get a handful of more games we can add to the library. So if you get a headset, I hope you enjoy it. It's a really nice experience. So
Got any questions? Put them down below. And I plan on doing a PlayStation 5 Hidden Gems video, hopefully by the end of this weekend. So, hope y'all take care. May be blessed. And I'll catch you soon. I'm out of here. See ya.